I'm Robb McGee.
And this is Real Talk with Rob and Craig on Friday, the 21st of October, 2022. We were going to do it yesterday, but I was not feeling great. And so...
Tummy upset.
Yeah. I would prefer to just say stomach issues.
He had a tummy ache.
All right. Tell your...
Oh, here's my dumb joke of the day, of the week, I guess. So, hey, Craig, did you hear they found a hole in the fence surrounding a nudist colony? The police are looking into it.
That's pretty fun.
I think that's funny.
Because I didn't. I got to do my Roy and Sandy.
Yes, yeah,
jokes.
let's hear it.
Two guys walked into a bar. Hey, Roy and Sandy, thank you for these absolutely horrible jokes. Two guys walked into a bar. The third one ducked. What do you call a pudgy psychic?
I don't know.
Janet?
Nope.
I know. I got it. A large medium.
Well, that wasn't. That's weird.
That's just weird. I don't...
A psychic. They're a medium, right?
Shh. A fortune teller.
Fortune teller. You know, my answer was pretty good.
I don't think so.
All right.
Me neither.
Unless
if you watching think my answer was good, a large, medium, please put a comment.
All right, that's fair. Quote of the week is, unless we change direction, we are likely to end up where we're headed. Which is kind of funny. I want to just, that is
I like that.
An anonymous quote. But we were just talking about that. In this market, if you listen to the media,
Yeah.
if you listen
Doomsayers.
yeah, the world is coming to an end. I don't watch the news, but the other day I was in Jiffy Lube's lobby, and Rob came over to just kind of be supportive. And while they were fixing a little issue with my truck,
Turned out to be a little issue, but
yeah,
we didn't know for sure.
but it was their doing.
Right.
But they fixed it, so it's all good.
Yeah.
The news was on. Now I was prepared for when we got out of there to go find a bunker, because
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
it is horrible. The media goes from one horrible thing to talk about, how bad can we make it, to another,
Yeah.
and I was like, man.
It was kind of like, hey, you should be prepared for the fact that everybody's going to be living on the street because the economy is tanking. We're headed for a recession. Rates are high. Prices are high. Everything's going to pot. But really, you shouldn't worry too much about that because we'll all be killed in a nuclear war.
Yeah.
So, it just went from one horrible story to the next.
It really was, and I know that I probably should. But I've been in sales for 33 years. Maybe.
Long time. He's old.
33 years.
Yeah.
Is that kind of funny?
33
years. And I have not one time paid attention to that kind of stuff, because if you do, you're probably going to tank at times.
You get spun up in it. Yeah.
There's always been a saying that, and I'm going to go back to Terry Eichhorst. Hi, Terry, if you're watching this down in Texas. He was my district manager down in Houston, Texas for K Jewelers.
I remember.
And he said I was used to go in, take over a jewelry store, clean it up, get it ready.
Turn it around.
Yeah. And he would always say, hey, you look at it as one person's trash is your treasure. And I always kind of thought you can do it with the tools that you're given if you utilize them. So it kind of, it worked in 6 different jewelry stores. It's worked in the mortgage industry, and it will, until we retire, it's probably going to work for us. Mm-hmm. We're not going to listen to that because there's so many other great things happening in the world that why listen to? That's what sells. I get it.
Yeah. Ratings.
But it is miserable.
Yeah.
The world, at least America, should take a census and get rid of that kind of stuff. Not that you don't need to hear of what's going on in the world. I'm not saying that. But there's got to be a balance of some sort of this horrible news and give some good news. Mm-hmm. Something. What do you got that's good news, Rob?
People are talking, there's a lot of focus on interest rates. And Craig and I are never going to sit here and tell you rates aren't higher than they were last year. They are. Rates are higher. But rates aren't a problem. Back in the 80s, when rates were 14, 15, 16%, 18%.
Did you buy a house at 18%?
I sold a house. I closed a house.
Did you
on
really?
18%.
At 18? That's when interest rates are a problem. That will keep people from qualifying. But right now, the fact of the matter is, rates are now back at around where the 30-year average was. So rates are not a problem. Yes, they're higher than they were. Should it mean you don't shop for and buy a house? No, it absolutely does not. Get your house. As we've been saying for months now, date your rate, marry your house. Get into your dream home or get into your first home. Start building equity. Start getting the benefits of home ownership. Craig and I were just reviewing some of the tax benefits you get as a homeowner that you don't get as a renter. Take advantage of those opportunities and don't pay so much attention to the interest rate. The interest rates are not a problem, even though they're higher than they were a year ago. Buy a home. Get into home ownership. If you've got a ton of equity and a bunch of high interest credit cards, or you've got a major remodel you want to do to your house, take out a cash out mortgage. Get that stuff done. Don't let the rates dissuade you from doing what you want to do. If we get to the point where rates are a problem, we'll tell you. Right now, they're not. They're just up to about the 30-year average.
With that said, the thing that is really high, that's good, is your equity.
Yes.
And so
record equity.
Yeah. So what people don't realize is that if you wanted to consolidate, you wanted to put on a new patio or whatever, man, that's the way to do it. Consolidate some of your debt. Yeah. Get that interest working for you, because that is one of the 53 things. If you itemize your taxes, there are 53 things that you can write off.
He found them all.
And let me tell you, when you start digging into this, you know, I know that in 2017 they changed how they increased the standard deductions.
Right.
With that said, there are still, if you itemize, there's a lot of things you can write off.
Yeah.
And why would you not take advantage of it?
And homeowners interest, mortgage interest is one of the biggest ones.
And property taxes.
Yeah.
That's another thing you can write off.
Yeah.
And people, I didn't really know that, but you can. If you go into the IRS website or just go onto Google and type in what are the benefits of owning a home on your taxes, or what can I write off on my taxes, it'll tell you.
And here in Washington, it's a chunk.
Yeah.
Property taxes are the real deal up here and worth writing off.
There's all kinds of stuff that you can still write off during the COVID years. And of course, this wasn't great news because, it makes more work for some people, but it's great news for you guys that can go back and amend your taxes, because when COVID hit and people were working from home, guess what that home office became?
A tax deduction.
A tax deduction. That's exactly right. So if you bought paper, clips, whatever, you can write that stuff off. Get a good CPA. Get the money that you're overpaying. Get it back. That's I think that's some great news. That and why am I looking up all this stuff? Well, because I'm amending my taxes, and there's a lot of things that...
And you're going to get the benefit of his research.
So why not? I mean, it's there for you. I look at it and I think, why would we not? Because I know this. Listen, I'm a veteran. I supported our country in every way I could. I pay my taxes. I pay everything I'm supposed to. But I know this. They're taking a little bit more, in my opinion, than what I should be given. But they're also saying, no, that's your choice. You can pay it, or you can itemize your taxes.
Do a little extra work.
Yeah.
Show some receipts. Yeah.
So I don't want to get too much on that. There's a lot of great things going on. Rob, what's something else that's great that's going on?
So something that I wanted to make sure everybody is aware of. We talk all the time about, we have a great real estate attorney if you ever need one. We want you to know, if you're watching this video, whether you did a loan with us, we helped you buy your home, or you just are watching it for informational purposes, you can call us if you ever need a referral to just about anything. You need an accountant that's going to help you itemize your taxes? We've got a referral for you, somebody that you could go to. You need a real estate attorney? We've got a great one. You need a financial planner. Hey, I just got an inheritance. Or, hey, I have some money that's been sitting in an account earning nothing. I need to do something with it. We've got a gentleman.
Dan's name.
Dan Wiersma, who is a friend of ours. We worked in the same building with him for a number of years. And he's a great financial planner.
Yeah, he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a straight shooter. He's going to tell you. I hate people that just tell you what you want to hear. Tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And help me
he is
help
a straight
myself.
shooter. Yeah.
And that's what these people do.
Yeah. So anyway, you need a contractor. You need a painter. You need a yard guy. We can tell you who to contact, and we can tell you some of the people not to contact. So we've been doing this a while. If you ever need a referral for just about anything you can think of, call us. If you're thinking, I don't know where to start, I don't know who to contact us. We'll put you in touch with the right person.
I think that's pretty awesome. I'm going to change going into this weekend. Tomorrow is our. I just went blank. I'm so
CMA.
sorry.
It's your.
It is our ambassadors monthly meeting at Silverdale Harley-Davidson, Destination Harley-Davidson in Silverdale at 9:00 in the morning. It's in the back building where they keep the not rental bikes, the used bikes, and it's free coffee and donuts. And I'll always tell you, their donuts are always delicious.
Yeah, maple bars, apple fritters, down to the
they're always delicious.
I never met a bad donut, so
yeah, me either. With that said, tomorrow, if you are a member of Ambassadors, please show up or send your nominations for the upcoming years of officers. I'm going to put in a plug for a couple, only because I know that it's kind of been talked about. Ken Molman is the best road captain that I have ever been around, and I'm not knocking anybody else. I'm just saying Ken,
he's just outstanding.
He really is.
Yeah.
He rides,
knowledgeable.
Yeah,
explains
he's a
things
phenomenal
well.
rider.
I said it at the last meeting. Every time the guy gets up to say something, I learn something.
Yeah. He's a talker, but he's the guy that walks the talk.
Yeah.
I think Lana has done a phenomenal job. I think Christina Molman has done an amazing job. Jim Corey is my chaplain. And I know that's a weird way to say it, but he's one of those guys that will always be.
We love you, Jim.
I just think he's a great person. My vice president, Mike Birch, has looked at talking to Roy Covey. What about the vice president? Now, Roy is, if you don't know Roy is a rock star. That is his nickname for us. And if he became the vice president, and I'm still president, with everything else kind of working, this chapter feels more like a family than anything I've ever been a part of outside of work. And I couldn't be more thankful to be a part of it. In addition to that, we do all kinds of great things. The Ambassadors for Christ do all kinds of great things for everything around us. I noticed that on Gold, now they have a day designated to blood drives.
Yes.
And yeah. I'm not saying that we started that, but we've been doing it for a while.
So, yeah.
So it's stuff like that just makes you feel good when other people do what you've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Ambassadors is a great organization, the Christian Motorcycle Association. If you ever need to talk about it or want to find out more about it, please call me or Rob or Lana or even Janet. Janet's not a member, but she's gone to several of our functions.
Yeah.
And we're still working on her. It just takes a little time. We're about to go into Halloween, and I know that we are going to be at the Treat or Trunk, I think is what it's called, in Port Orchard on Halloween, in front of that one place. It's the big parking lot where the tractor
CMA's there.
Ambassadors are there.
Oh, Ambassadors are here.
We were going to do downtown Bremerton, but there was not enough communication with the city officials of Bremerton. So we're doing in Port Orchard. So if you want to come get some candy, come get some. going into Thanksgiving, starts the ending of the year, and this group, as well as many others, is going to start doing bell ringing. I'm going to be the Santa with my elves and helpers, and Rich is going to be Grim.
The Grinch.
The Grinch. So that's somebody who's going to be there.
Fun for kids.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're going to do both destination dealerships and
Silverdale and Fife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also doing Brenda Kelly's house, where she always invites. And has
She
a
has
ton
it
of
so
people.
decorated.
It's
It
amazing.
looks like a Christmas village. It really does. And as we get a little further into November, we'll give everybody dates on when Santa's going to be there. So
So if you have any questions, please like, share, and subscribe to all your information. If you have ideas of what you'd like to hear us talk about or cover, you're always going to get the facts, because the truth is what we're gonna sell, and it's not always the greatest.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
that's.
But there's always a little ray of sunshine in every shower storm. I was searching for it. I don't know that worked. But
Janet's shaking her head. I think it kind of did.
It kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hey, what a great weekend. God bless. I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Robb McGee.
And that's Real Talk with Robb and Craig.